Okay guys, I want to show you guys how I got this setup. I don't need to go too far back though. So from the variant time frame, market is on the sell trend, or mainly looking at this market on the sell trend. So I was supposed to be looking for sales, but yet I got this buy. So let me show you guys how I got the buy. Let's use the 1 hour time frame. Network is bad. Okay, I don't need to say much. There's nothing much to do. This is a breakout structure. What? We have another breakout here. None of all these breakouts is valid. I mean, none of all these highs are valid. None of these highs are valid because inducement hasn't been swept in any of them. Only way I can see that inducement was swept was this place here. But what? The entry was not from this. Let's see, there's no valid breakout block here or other blocks here. So the entry was not triggered from any of these points. Probably it was triggered from a previous reclaim block, but I cannot see any of that. I cannot go back to go and check. So what do I do? Or what did I do? What did I did rather? I marked out this my breakout structure here, and what? Assuming price is pulling back, right? Assuming we have to take our entry from here, we should know that this whole setup here, this one here, do not mitigate this breaker or any other block here, or this pullback here rather did not do the same. So what do? We identify this whole place as inducement after there's a breakout structure. Another reason why I identify it as inducement is because there is no inducement here. There is no inducement. What is our inducement? Our inducement is our first pullback after a breakout structure. The first pullback after a breakout structure. And the first pullback after the breakout is this, and it's not valid. This cannot call this a valid inducement. So after the market pushed down, what did you see? We see this massive impulse, and we saw this low. So what did I do? I marked out my high, marked out my low. This is a market structure shift from a lower time frame. This is a market structure shift. I'll scale lower so you see it better. And okay, let's go lower to the 15 minutes, 30 minutes and 15. Okay. Looking at this, we see price trying to break out of this high, or rather price swept but failed to break. There's one thing I learned some time ago called fail to break liquidity. That is actually fail to break liquidity. So it swept with a weak and over the body, so definitely price will be pushing back to the upside. So what did I notice? For those of us that are in my group, actually, or those of you that know me too well privately, I've told you guys that your POI should be the nearest to your inducement. Your POI should be the nearest to your inducement that you should take your entry from. So this is actually our inducement. It has swept structure here. So this is our inducement, and this is our POI nearest to the inducement, and it should be unmitigated. I know some of you will be saying, why didn't I come down to this other block here? Why did I come down to this other block? But these are inducements, and it didn't, and it swept this place before coming back, and it didn't mitigate this breaker block here. So what did I do? I just looked at it and highlighted this breaker block. You can highlight the whole of this zone, right? You can highlight the whole of the zone, but I didn't do that. I just highlighted this block here. I highlighted this block here. I highlighted this block. It looks simple actually, but it's not simple. I'll tell you the truth. but it looks simple as long as you know what you are doing. So what, I just placed my entry there, stop loss slightly below the breaker block, my TP to this inducement zone, this zone I consider as inducement from the higher time frame. That's where I put my TP, and what, price just tap into it and push to the upside. Many of you will not get it though, but those of you that understand. And I'm not sure price is going to react from any of these zones because there's no valid order block or breaker block. But whatever price does, we'll wait to watch and what we take our next move.